So stand up. Good morning. Let's go ahead and stand up. Make sure you're next to your chair or something stable if you need it. And let's start marching it out. Do your posture check. Head and chest are lifted. Eyes are forward. And you're picking your feet up off the floor. Getting those knees up as high as you can and swinging those arms opposite the legs. Good. Get those arms and legs a little bit more with purpose. And take it to the heel dig. So heel down, toes up. And reach up. Good. Forward and up. Extending those arms, trying to reach for the wall, then the ceiling. Reaching. Ask yourself, are you extending all the way where you can? And breathe. Good. One more on each. March it out. And breathe. Kind of shake out the arms a little bit. March it wide. March it in. And march it wide. March it in. And march it wide. Good. March it in. March it wide. March it in. One more time. March it wide. March it in. All right. So we are going to do coordinated moves here. So remember, when we do these moves that require a lot of different steps or moving this way and that, it's the act of doing it that is giving your brain the benefit. Don't worry if you can't get the steps or you go right when everybody's going left. It's the fact that you're thinking about it and you're working on it, and that's where the benefit is, okay? So just laugh, have fun. You know, I mess them up all the time as well. So let's start with, we're going to do 3 marches, and then we do a step touch and switch our lead leg. So it's going to go like this, starting with the right. 1, 2, 3, step. Good. And 1, 2, 3 to the right. Making sure you pick up your feet and left. 1, 2, 3. Step, step, 1, 2, 3. So before that foot touches down, that's your first step. To the right. 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep it up. A few more, and then, because I need it too, we're going to go into our step overs and unders with our box step. Oh yeah, we're doing that. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go to the left one more time. Good. 1, 2, 3. Right leg, step under, bring it in, step over, over, left, box step. Left leads, back, grapevine, left if you can, and bring the left forward, stop, under, go under, bring it in, over, 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 box step, right, right, grapevine, right, step. Here we go. Little bit. Left, box step. Left. Good. Under. Try to get under. You're going under something. Whoops. And over, over. Box step. Box step. Box step. Good. Step. Under, over. You get into that car. Box step. Good. Under. Stepping into the car, stepping out of the car. Good. Box step. Box step. Grapevine. One more time to the right. Under. Over. Left. Back. Side. Forward. Under to the left. Over. Back to the right. Box step right. Back. Grapevine. Forward. Let's march it out. Yay. And take a deep breath in and out. Keep marching. Let's get those arms. Make big arms up and down. Up. Good. And down. Nice and easy. Don't hike your shoulders to your ears. Nice job. Good. And last one. March it out. So with these arms, I want you to think about pushing and pulling. So it's a little faster. Spread those fingers, make a fist, pull it back. And it's also a little coordination because as you push, you're spreading your fingers, making a fist when you bring it back, but because it's a little faster, really got to think about it. And relax. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to do a series of squats with pulses. We're going to step to the right. Ready? We're going to come down, hips back. Abs tight, chest lifted, and pulse for 2. And up, center squat, 1. Knees forward, left, 1, 2. Center, 1, 2. Right, 1, 2. Center, 1, 2. 1. Make sure your knees are going forward. Abs tight in your squat. Do not let your chest face the floor. Keep your chest forward. Eyes are forward. So your stance can be as wide as you need it to be. So you can take it a little bit. In the middle, you can take it narrower. It's harder because your knees may tend to cave in. We're going to do one more on each. Right? Center, left. Squeeze those glutes. Left. 1, 2. Nice. Just easy march. Stand up straight. Deep breath in. Here we go. Bring the elbows down. Squeeze those back muscles. Good. Take it up. Good, grab elastic bands here, pull it down, get those back muscles into it. Good, let it go. And again, deep breath in, elbows down, squeeze those back muscles. Inhale, take it up, grab the bands, pull it down. Create tension in the arms. And let go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Deep breath in and out. And again, deep breath in and out. Good job. Let's take the hands on the shoulders and circle around. So heart rate came up a little bit, hopefully. And the other direction. Drawing a circle with your elbow. Arms are out. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest. And we're just going to do some small circles backward. So get a little squeeze in those shoulder blades. Now hold here. Pull it back. So you're pulling your arms behind, slightly behind your body. You want to feel the pull, the stretch. You should not feel any sharp pain. Relax. Pull it back. Good. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it back. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Good. And again, last one. Pull it back. Lift the chest. And shake those arms out. So you should feel a nice stretch down those arms. Take those hands up. Circle around the wrists. And the other direction. Good. Hands up, fingers spread. Now here's my eyes. And tall finger to the thumb. Pinky. Ring. Tall finger. Middle. Index. Pinky. Ring. Pinky. Index. Ring. Tall. Good. Make a fist. Make a fist. Hold it. Flick it out. Good. Make a fist. Flick it out. Again, make a fist. Flick it out, spread those fingers, and flick it out, and shake. Good. All right. Stand up nice and straight. It should turn with it, and rotate. So try to get your head, shoulders, hips moving together. Should feel a nice little tug, a nice little stretch through your midsection as well. Good, come back to center. Now don't move the hips and just turn the shoulders. Good. And shake it out. All right, take that right leg out in front. Point and flex. And circle. So making circles with your big toe. Circle the other direction. Remember, the leg doesn't move. Now let's do some windshield wipers. Rotate that whole leg all the way up to the socket. So just turning it right and left like a windshield wiper. If you need to, you can always keep it down on the floor and go like that. All right, switch legs, left leg, point and flex. Breathe. And circle. Circle the other direction. Good. And let's do our windshield wipers. So moving, if you look at your thigh, that whole leg all the way up to the hip should be moving. Good. And shake it out. And let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. Good. Okay. Let's get our band. I'm gonna do a little rotator cuff here, working shoulder area. So with the rotator cuff, we want our elbows locked at our side. So we don't want elbows out here. We're not using our arms like this. We want the band right across the palms of our hand and with no slack. Otherwise, there's not going to be any tension. So just have it lying across the palm of your hand. You don't have to have tension on it because you're going to put the tension on it. Elbows at your side, and we're going to lock them in place. So imagine that you're holding a towel or a newspaper under your arm. And that's what you want to hold. And squeeze between those shoulder blades and just pull it apart. This is not a big movement. Now, if it's a little too hard, you can take your hands out a little bit. But we're also not snapping it back and going back in. You want to take it out and you're taking it back with control. Keep a little tension on this band. And don't forget to breathe. Stand up straight, eyes should be forward. Good. So right now, so think about where you're feeling it. You should be feeling it in your upper back, between the shoulder blades. 5 more. 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Woo. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to go we're going to get next to our chair. We're going to do some lunges. All right. But we're going to come up. So just watch, because you're going to come down into your lunge. How far down you come is, even if you can only come a little bit, that's okay. All right. You don't have to come all the way to the floor. But it's when we come up, we push through that forward foot, and we're going to come up, extend that back leg, and extend the opposite arm, going into a quadruped. Make sure you're hinged at the hips and not just bent forward like this, okay? This is not what we want. We want a nice straight line, even if it's not, I'm not looking for you to come all the way over. I want you to just extend the arm, extend the leg as far as you can, and stay up nice and straight. You can always use your toe as a kickstand if you need to, and put it down, okay? So we're going to start with the right leg forward, left leg back. We're going to do a few on that side, then we'll switch. So make sure that your left hand can grab the chair. All right, so take a big step back with that left leg. You always want to start up nice and straight. Your right knee, your forward knee can be a little behind your ankle. And we always want to start our lunge by dropping the back knee. Make sure your forward knee stays kind of pointing forward and it's over your ankle. Do not push this knee forward so that it's past your toes. Push your right foot into the floor as hard as you can. Come up and shift your weight onto that right leg. Extend the left and extend your right arm. Abs are tight. Try not to let your hips turn very much. So this is going to require you to use some core. Put your leg back down. Bring yourself upright. Come down, up, shift, and extend. Good. We're only going to do 2 more, and then we're going to switch. So come down. Think about the movement. Push that foot into the floor. Come up. Extend your leg. Extend that right arm. Remember, you can always have your foot down as a kickstand. And come back. Make sure you're coming back so that you have a wide stance here. So when you lunge, if your legs are together, it's going to push that forward knee out way past your toes. So come down, push up, and extend. So it's also a balance exercise as well. Keep those hips level. Don't let them rotate. Open. Good. Now, shake it out. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Good. All right. So now you know what to do. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So it's important to remember, you want to make sure this forward knee stays behind the toes, the tip of the toes. Push that foot into the floor as hard as you can. Try to keep your hips level, abs tight. So take a big step back with that right leg. Drop your back knee. Come up, push, and extend. Extend your arm. Don't just have it hanging here all, just extend it. Use those back muscles, your shoulder muscles to extend. Abs are tight. Pull the belly button in. Drop the foot, Wide stance, come down, push up, and extend. Extend, hold, pull the belly button in. That's going to give you some stability. Good. Come down, and up, and extend. There are times where you are on one foot, on one leg, rather. You're never just on one foot, you're on one leg. And last one, if you're reaching for something that's a little higher, we tend to go up on a leg. Plus, if you're going upstairs, up the stairs, when you're walking for a second and come down, you are on one leg. That's why it's so important to maintain that balance. All right, let's take a deep breath in. And I believe we are going to sit down for a little bit. So let's come around to the front of the chair. Slow, let me get over here a little bit more. Get my glider. And we're going to sit down slowly, right? You know what this is, right? It's a no plop zone. We don't plop. We don't do any plopping. Let's take a deep breath in and out. We always try to sit forward in our chair, sitting on the edge of our seat. We're not using them to pretend there's no chair arms, and tuck your arms in and keep them off the arms, all right? Let's go ahead and, I'm just thinking, let's get our gliders first. So we're going to do what we did the other day. We're going to do we're going to work those hamstrings a little bit more. And we're going to get the glider. Make sure you have it on the right side for the surface that you're on. The heel is going to be on the glider only. So heel down, toes pointing up. So now we're also working a little bit up the front of our shin, okay? So we're going to sit up nice and straight. Now, the whole idea is I want you on the edge of the seat, push that heel as hard as you can into the glider, and drag it back behind you or underneath, and then push down, push down, push down, and drag it back. Put your hands underneath your leg and drag it back. Can you feel those muscles working? These are your hamstrings. Bring it back. You may feel your glutes working as well. Pull it back. Pull it back. If you need water, please always feel free to get a sip. That's why it's always good to have it with you. So at any time you can drink and pull it back. And take it out. Good. And pull it back. And pull it back. And pull it back. And pull it back. And two more. We're going to do two more. Make sure you're pushing your heel down as hard as you can. That's going to create that tension in the hamstring. Good. So now when you take your leg off, you should feel that. Should be like, whoo, you can feel those muscles were working. Same thing with the left. Heel down, toes up. So get those toes up. Push that heel down. So as you push that heel down, you might have to get a little bit, you might feel your core engage just a bit as you push, and let's pull it back. Good, and extend. Keep pushing down. Push down. Again, if you want, you can certainly put your hand underneath your leg and just see if you can feel those muscles working. If you can't, push down a little bit more. Sit up straight and breathe. Push, push down as you push out. We have four more. And four. So my toes, I always keep the angle of my foot the same. I'm not dropping my foot. And three, I'm keeping kind of my foot flexed. Two. And one. Good. All right, take it off. You can tuck that underneath the chair. That's all we're going to do with the gliders today. Let's get our ball. So just a little plug. If you want to know more about the legs, there'll be an article coming out. There'll be an article in the Gazette, very short, but a longer one will be getting posted up on Touchdown and on the blog. So you can learn all about the leg muscles and the bones and why it's so important to keep them strong. Okay, so we're going to put the ball between our shins, calves, lower leg. And we're going to sit up nice and straight. And we're giving this ball a squeeze. So you should feel your inner thighs activate a little bit, okay? And as you squeeze, we're going to lift. We're going to alternate lifting a knee. But wait, there's more. You can have your hands at your ears, hands on your shoulders, or if that bothers you, you can just have your arms crossed and rotate the shoulders. Make sure you're not just moving the elbows. We want to turn the shoulders towards the opposite knee. We're not touching because I don't want you bending forward, all right? So you can have your arms here if that's more comfortable, here, hands here, shoulders drop, shoulder blades squeezing, and let's start we're going to squeeze this ball, lift your right knee, take your left elbow towards the knee. Now switch. Now when you rotate, I want you pulling those abs in. Get that belly button engaged. 4, we're going to 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 11, 12. Here we go. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. This is not a big movement, as you can see. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. Deep breath in and out. Good. All right. Let's keep the ball right here. Let's just do a little back stretch. And then we're going to change up our sit-and stands. Our sit-and stands are going to be, we're going to stand, come down, we're going to use the ball if you can, and then crunch back. So it'll be coming forward, standing up, all right? So just changing it up a little bit. Never want you to get bored. All right. So let's take a deep breath in again. And out. Good. All right. Deep breath in. Exhale, turn to the right. Sitting up straight. Shoulders dropped. Look behind you. Look over your shoulder. Now, extend that right arm behind you, wherever, as far back as you can. And extend it. Don't just have it hanging there like this. I want you extending. You're trying to touch behind you. Now, wherever you can hold that arm, I want you to look forward. Feel the stretch going down the arm, in the front of the body. Good, and relax. Shake it out a little bit, and let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, turn to the left. Same thing. Let's just turn, sitting up straight. Shoulders drop. Look behind you, over your left shoulder. Now extend that left arm behind as far back as you can. So that's giving you that nice stretch in the front of the shoulder and across the chest. And reach for behind you. So reach for that wall or whatever's behind the chair. And then turn and look forward. You may feel a difference between your right and left side as far as your flexibility. So that's just telling you which side is tighter. Good, and relax and shake it out. Okay, so we're going to do our stand and sits with crunch, and we'll see if we get through. I might have been a little ambitious today, but I've got 3 exercises to do, okay? So let's stand up. So let's get the ball between our knees, sit on the edge of your seat. Let's start with a crunch. Arms crossed in front, You're going to hinge back at the hips, not touching the chair. Good. Now come forward and stand. Sit down with control and crunch back. Now, if this is too hard, you can either just do your sit and stands, or you can just do the crunch. I think I'd rather you do the sit and stands. That's 3, 4, crunch back, 5, 6, back, 7, good, 3 more, 8, good, 2 more. So the benefit, or let's say the positive thing about this is you didn't have hot seat. So you definitely didn't have that today. Okay, let's put that ball down and let's see what we can get through. Shake it out. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Okay. So standing on the back, standing at the back of your chair, very similar to what we did before with our extension, is you want to give yourself a little bit of room here because your knee is going to come up, okay? Try to just use the fingertips, right? Try not to have that death grip on the back of the chair. Starting with that left leg, and we're going to stand up nice and straight, chest is lifted, and we're going to take our leg. We're going to lift our knee up and then hinge, keeping your knee at this angle. We're going to come forward, and then we're going to come back and lift it up and come up. Good. And come up. So extending, we're hinging. And when you come up, so this is almost like our single leg deadlift. I want you squeezing the back of that right leg. Think about it. Squeeze the back of that right leg to pull you up. Now, if you want a little extra challenge for the last few, that right foot can come up onto the toes and then go back. So adds a little bit of extra challenge. And 3 more. 3, don't bend, you're hinging at the hips. 2, and 1. Good. Woo. Shake it out. All right, other side. Standing up nice and straight, lift that leg, keeping it bent. You're going to hinge forward. So it's getting you used to, again, that hinging movement. Squeeze the back of that left leg. So when you're here, squeeze, squeeze, and that's going to help pull you up. Abs are tight when you're in this position. Make sure that you're moving at the hip. Don't come so far over, you bend your back. Good. Now here, if you want that extra challenge, come up on your toes. 1. If you can, if you can't, just stay down with your feet. 2 more. 1. So it's working those calves for sure. 2. All right. And shake it out. Okay. We're going to bring our heels together. Okay, toes are pointed out. And we're going to do some more toe raises here, pushing our heels together. Okay. Stand up nice and straight and come up. Try to get everything nice and tight. Squeeze your glutes as you come up, squeezing your heels together and up. You can really kind of feel the backs of your legs working in these. And up. And up. Keep those heels together and push against each other. One more, and let's hold here. And we're just going to do 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel those glutes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Woo! Felt it all the way up the back of my leg. That's good. We want to work the backs of those legs. And let's take a deep breath in. We have one more, and then we're going to start stretching. Standing on your right leg, it's going to be a very small squat. Your left leg is, you're going to take it across. Always think of leading with the inside of the foot, and then you're going to do a little squat, come up, and take it back. So it's out, across, and back. So out to the side. Make sure your knee goes straight. Again, this is a little itty-bitty squat. Get your hips back. Don't start your movement with the knee. Start it with your hip. Come back. And out. Good. 6. Whoop. 7. Got a little off there. 8. So your little squat when your leg is out. 9. And 10. Good. Shake it out. Remember, when you do that little squat, that knee is straight and it's a hip. You're sitting back. It's always sitting back. I don't want you starting going with the knee first. Always hips. Think of bum first. Okay, let's do the other side. Stand on that left leg. And let's take it across and out and back. Out. Whoops, I did it again. Good. 2. And use the inside of your foot to bring your leg across so that your toes stay in, pointing into the room. 6. 7. 3 more. 3. We did a lot of legs today. 2. 1. Good. And shake it out. Good job. All right. Let's give those legs just a little bit of a break first, okay? And then we'll stretch them. But let's stretch our upper body first. If you need to hold on to the chair for balance, go ahead and just get right behind the chair to be the easiest. Take that right arm, reach overhead. Left arm is going to come under. So stretching. Good. And switch. Keep your hip down. So the hip that's on the side of the overhead arm, I want you to keep that hip down. Think of pushing it to the floor. So we get that nice stretch down the side going down into your hip. Push your hip down, right hip, push it to the floor. So you got to get a little bit in touch with your body and what's going on and getting your brain telling certain parts of your body to do things. Let's do it one more time on each side. Good. And switch. Pushing your left hip down, down, down. Good. And shake it out. All right. Let's stretch out these legs a little bit. Let's start with the front. And then we'll do a little bit sitting down. Again, if you want, so you've got a few different ways of doing this. If you want, you can get that foot up onto the chair, all right? If you can't, that's okay. Keep your foot down on the floor and take your leg back. What I want you to do is push your hip forward. Again, making sure that that knee is over your ankle and the knee is going forward. It's not in or out. So down on the floor, it's going to look like this. Pushing your hip forward. I tend to push it forward and down, kind of on a diagonal, so that I don't end up pushing my knee out too far. So whichever side, whichever way works for you. And we're also trying to keep our heel down on the floor. Good. And switch. So switch legs. So if you need to keep your foot down on the floor, you're going to take your left leg out in front. Big step back, and you're going to push your hip forward, making sure that that left leg, that left knee does not go past the tops of your toes. And if you peek at your knee, it should be going right over the middle of your foot or over your laces. You can have your foot on the chair as well, pushing your hip forward, feeling a nice stretch in the front of that hip. And breathe. Good. So let's come around to the chair, because I always like to have you get some sitting time for some stretching here. And let's get our strap, and we're going to sit down in the chair. Of course, we're not flopping. We're sitting down slowly. We're going to sit on the edge of our seat and take that left leg out in front. The strap goes under the ball of the foot, not the arch, if you can help it. And let's pull those toes towards us. So those toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Pointing up to the ceiling. Good. Sit up straight. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and come forward, reaching with your left hand for the toes. It's important to keep pulling your toes towards you during this hamstring stretch. So you're feeling the stretch now, not only in your calf muscles, the back of your lower leg, but all the way up the back of the leg and your hamstrings. Maybe into the glutes. You might feel it into your lower back. So that's just telling you that when our legs are tight, it can contribute to back pain. And relax, shake it out. Take it back out, sit up straight, pull your toes towards you, and keep that tension on those toes. Don't let your foot relax. And sitting up nice and straight, deep breath in. And exhale, reaching with the right hand for anywhere on the outside of the leg that you can reach. And then we're going to look over that left shoulder, trying to turn our right shoulder. You may feel your stretch shift just a little bit. So even if you can only reach to the side of your shin or your calf, then reach there. Good. And let's switch legs. Take it out. And pull those toes towards you. You're feeling first the stretch down in your calf area, down in the calf muscle. It's actually two muscles under there, two main muscles. And sit up straight, deep breath in. And exhale, reaching with your right hand for the toes. If you can't touch, that's okay. Just reaching is going to give you that stretch. You're going to feel it go all the way up the back of the leg into the hamstrings. Good, and relax. Just kind of release the tension a little bit. Take it back out. Sit up straight. Pull the toes. And deep breath in. And exhale, reaching with your left hand. Again, anywhere you can reach on the outside of your right leg. Reaching, and then we're going to look over that right shoulder, trying to turn your left shoulder around. Good, and come back up. Nice. All right, kind of shake it all out. Woo. And let's get our legs together, our feet together. And let's press the left leg out. Actually, I don't like to do that. Let's take both legs out and just press them open. I feel it just kind of takes the knee out of alignment a little too much. And relax, stretching out those inner thighs. And again, press them open. Make sure your feet aren't here and your knees aren't way out here. So have your legs wide and pressing open. Good. And you're on the edge of your seat. Cross your arms. And sit up straight. Deep breath in. And exhale, come forward. Pull that belly button in as you come forward. Good. Pull up from your belly. Inhale and exhale. Good. And inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale down. One more time, bring it up and exhale. Bring those legs together. And sit up straight. Shoulders down. And let's close our eyes and really think about the breaths we're taking. Keep your shoulders down. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Push that all out of your belly. Deep breath into the belly. And exhale through the mouth. One more time, we're going to hold for a few seconds on the inhale. So deep breath in. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the way out. Good. Nice job. Have a great day. Be kind to one another.